Hey guys, Carmel here. I know I haven't uploaded in a really long time due to life stuff, but I want to take this time to talk about generative AI and why I quit using it. So this will be more of a discussion video with some of my art in the background, uh, just for now. But for the last 3 years, I've been using generative AI for art and coding. And I was pretty active on OpenAI, Midjourney, and Suno Discords for a while. And over the past year or so, when I used generative AI, it didn't feel like I had a sense of accomplishment or ownership anymore. Accomplishment came from making things with my own skills, and with Gen AI, it wasn't happening anymore. It didn't feel like I was making anything. Over time, lost my appreciation for art and maybe even coding, but I don't think I really noticed it at the time. So, the main thing I was using AI for the past 3 years, well, the main usage of AI the past maybe year or so was when I was working at a company. I had an internship there at first, but then they hired me. And my internship there was an AI internship, and I was really interested in it. For the past 3 years, I was really interested in generative AI. I really wanted to shift my focus towards it because I was just so interested in it. However, when I got hired as a software engineer at the company, I realized other I was the only team member really on my team. There was another person on the team, but he eventually couldn't keep helping me. Like sometimes he would, but most of the time he had other projects that he had to work on, and eventually he kind of just moved on to a different position, and I was like the last software engineer to do the work. So at the time, I thought if I just had AI and the AI to do the code for me, then it was fine. Over time, I kind of just realized I was just waiting for the AI to get better and better. And I really wanted to use it to make my story, or at least help in the process of making my story. And I wanted it to get so good that when people saw the story that I was trying to create, I would be taken seriously, and they wouldn't just see the AI parts of it. And looking back at it now, I probably shouldn't have thought that, but yeah, it's just that no matter how much effort you put into it, you can put in like a year or two and write your own story and edit the videos yourself. It doesn't matter if you use AI in it or anything AI remote, anything Gen AI. Like if you use AI art or AI coding, like anything, people just automatically dismiss it and probably wouldn't take you seriously. Yes, I do know about Angel Engine and its success. However, I kind of thought they really got lucky, to be honest. And eventually they got a real artist to do the rest of their work. I'm not sure if they always wanted to get an artist or not, or if they were pressured into doing so. From what I last saw about the videos, I didn't really see if they were pressured. They never really said if they were pressured or not. I don't think they would anyway. So with that, over the past year, I had to evaluate why people wouldn't take generative AI seriously, and I had to get uncomfortable with myself. And I realized that I was really just using AI as a coping mechanism for my own art. And when I used AI art, I never called myself an artist or even an AI artist, because I just thought that was kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought it was stupid, but I know some people do call themselves AI artists, and that's to each their own. I mean, if they want to call themselves that, that's fine. But in my opinion, using AI itself to generate something, I don't think makes you an artist. I kind of always believed this even when I was using AI to generate art for the last 3 years. Even before I was using it, I never really considered that. I wanted to mainly use it to make my story, I guess, go along faster. I thought like maybe if I could use this, it wouldn't take years and years to develop, to learn how to do it, to learn how to make art and everything. And I thought it would be more accessible. And when people say accessibility for art, they really just mean accessible professional art. That's what they're really trying to say. They're not, of course anybody can make like, the little like scribbles or like drawings, like little drawing stickers, but most people, when they say accessible, they mean accessible professional art. And after I realized that I was just coping, I couldn't really avoid it anymore. I had to understand why I was doing this. It's just that these artists that I looked at were just so amazing that I thought even if I did want to learn it or learn it again, because I started a couple years ago, it would take years to ever get to a level where I would feel like, yeah, that would be good or good enough. And I spent years thinking like this, if my art was good enough or not. But if it were to become good, would people even look at the story? Was my story even good? Would people resonate with it? Have I spent years of my life doing all of this just for nothing to come out of it? For nobody to even see it or even want to see it? So that's how I kind of thought about that's what I kind of thought for a while, but I don't think so anymore. And the reason why is because AI does take from artists and their hard work. And I didn't really want to recognize this. It was something that always, I guess, ate at me at the back of my mind. And I just never really, I never acknowledged it. I just kind of ignored it and thought that this isn't really so bad. Yeah, I kind of actually thought that. It's kind of, when I look back at it now, it's like, wow, I kind of actually thought that. So, but there are people who rationalize AI art as referencing artist work, or they say the process of how it trains on art isn't actually stealing. However, in the past year, after really getting uncomfortable with myself and looking back at it, it really is doing that. It really is stealing it. And artists aren't really given any credit for their work. Maybe the process isn't actually like collaging things together. Maybe that's not how it really actually works. But artists are still not given credit all the same. Nothing's given to them. They're not even given the option to opt out of the training. I also believe that believing that art isn't stealing is also a code. So AI art for the past maybe 3 years was like a dopamine hit type of thing. It's one of the better ways to describe it. Like every time trying to just wait for a new model to see what was better. It really was just like a dopamine hit. It's not your own work being actually done. I eventually just stopped using it for my characters altogether. So after I thought about all of that and what I wanted to do with my story, since I've been in between jobs right now, well, to be honest, I just got laid off. I've just been working on my story called West of the Known Universe. I've had the idea of it and been kind of working on it for the past 3 years, but I really started focusing on it now. And the main characters of the story will be Deacon, Cameron, and Samantha. And this is something I think I really want to take seriously. I know that I don't really have a job right now, but I am trying to take art and my story seriously, because software engineering and I guess maybe just computer science in general, has been kind of not really how I thought it was gonna go. And I don't know if I have that much passion for it anymore. I mean, I would still do it if I had to do it, but I don't think I still have the same passion for it as I did before when I was actually going to get my degree for it. I know that making my story and learning art, learning how to draw, learning everything about it is gonna be really difficult and take a lot of time and effort, but I am really ready for it. I really believe I am. So all in all, this video was made to just say where I'm at and see if there's other people who are just like me in the same boat, who in the past 3 years has just been feeling like this, and or I guess the past year was feeling like this. So I really hope people took something from my experience and maybe resonate from it. So yeah, that's really it. Peace and love, everyone. Also, I've been posting my art about my story on Instagram and TikTok if you want to check it out. Bye.